still pretty cool. Now, as you can see, we've hit a bit of a wall. We've gotten beaten the first 8 levels. We got 8 shields, but we need 12 to pass. So I think this might be time to check out some of the, I guess the side quests.
That's correct. You got it.
Let's, you know, I had trouble with those diamond ones earlier on this level. Let's try not killing any enemies. Let's see if I can get this done here. Oh, no, it appears that I cannot. I can't even if I if I don't want to because I have a flower.
That's right. We've also taken away your attack button.
And your shield is going to be changed.
So, you know, you might expect that designing our levels to be played 4 or 5 different ways is pretty hard, and you'd be right. We've spent a long time on making sure that every single one of these is fun. And pretty different, right? We want you to be able to play this game for quite a while.
Okay, I gotta say this this part here is gonna I've gotta jump over one mythological creature and then not get killed by a chicken. There we go. I have mad chicken jumping skills.
Good job.
Now one of the other things is the game's actually going to be on iOS and Android, and actually, I'm playing this on Android right now, but the game's going to be identical between both platforms, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, and how important is Android for you?
We may be an exception, but I've spoken about this at GDC and we've written some articles about it. So we've been pretty public in our sharing data about our various platforms. And basically, we love all these things. We're just about making cool games. We want to get them out to as many people as possible. So we don't have any particular, platform affinity. And we try to ship exactly the same game on both platforms. What generally has happened to us for all of the games we've shipped so far is that we have a significantly larger number of users on Android and we make more money there.
Wow, that's a rarity among a lot of these platforms, because usually what you hear is, oh, iOS is the better one, but I think the Android gaming market is so different, especially for our people that are iOS users, which I imagine a lot of people watching the stream are. But Android is maybe not as good of a market, but it's not that bad.
I suspect that there is other developers out there that are doing as well as we are, or significantly better on Android. They maybe haven't, written press releases about it, but I don't think we're a huge exception. I also don't think that these days there's very much difference between your average Android user and your average iOS user. The devices are a little bit different, but for a while there were theories about iOS is at the high end and Android's at the low end, and so that says something about how your consumers are going to spend money. But our experience is that our consumers spend money in exactly the same way, regardless of the operating system that they're on, down to the 100th of a percentage the same. And so since there's no obvious behavioral difference between Android users and iOS users in aggregate, what really matters is where we have the most of them. White Up Night 1 is about 10 million installs these days, and that's almost entirely Android. Think about 6 of that is Android.
Wow.
And so, just because we have more users, because they behave the same way as iOS users, it's the more profitable platform for us.
That's very interesting to hear. Also interesting is I like this level objective of having to roll through the pins to to complete the mission. That's kind of where you try to diversify things. Like that last mission was don't kill any enemies. This one is this one's I picked I think the second one in the list. And this one you've got different ones for each one. So you didn't just come up with like different types. You actually have like different things to do in each level.
For sure. Yeah. That one is pretty consistent in that there's always going to be 10 sets of bowling pins, because it's just, we treat it like it's like you're bowling a perfect game, kind of. Yeah, basically the different actions, there's basically a quest for each different action, right? So like here, it's basically an alternate attack quest. So you're basically, in a way, you're kind of attacking the fairies. You're catching them, but you know, you use the attack button. So bowling is you're rolling through them. And then there's the other ones. So there's the ones where you don't use, you can't attack, right? So that's, you played the pacifist mission already, so.
And here I'm rescuing some fairies and trying not to hit the spikes. Spikes are bad.
So this is this fairy mode is an example where we really tried to just constantly improve quality of everything in the game. If you look at his net, his cloth physics on the net that's being computed in real time, that's giving you dynamic animation based on his velocity. We've just tried to make this as compelling from top to bottom as possible.
I had to hit the spikes there. I missed that fairy.
That's a good call, though. If you complete the level without getting all the fairies, then you won't get the crest. You need the crest to continue. So
you'll still earn some currency. It just won't be as much as you would if you completed everything. Also, you won't get the check mark.
Yeah, and that's what I'm going for. I need the shields. I need to see more of the game. Not like I'm not showing it off or anything on a stream.
Well, we intentionally sort of put that gate there because we want to ensure before you get to the next part of the game that you know how to play. I said before that we're interested in making you a better player so that we can get to the really cool stuff. And this is an example of what I mean. We really like these side missions, but they exist for a very good reason, and that's that we want to ensure that you got skills before you attempt the later levels, because we're going to go crazy with them. And mostly we don't want people to be frustrated, right? There's a tension between having a really crazy, super awesome, hard level and having a user that's really not prepared for that level. So what we're doing here is ensuring that you have the skills. Once you've shown that you've got the skills, then we'll let you through.